Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving headfirst into a revolution that is absolutely shaking up the tech world. We're talking about how artificial intelligence is rewriting the rules of code, and in the process, it's changing not just how software gets built, but who gets to build it. Okay, let's start right here with this feeling that's just rippling through the entire tech industry. It's this deep, almost tangible anxiety about the future. This quote from a developer on a forum just captures it perfectly. It's this sense that everything is about to change permanently. So, to really get what's going on, we're going to walk through it step by step. First, we'll dig into where all this anxiety is coming from. Then, we'll look at the actual technology causing all this disruption. And finally, we'll explore what this new reality actually looks like for the programmers on the front lines. First up, let's talk about this anxiety. And look, we're not talking about some stuffy analyst reports here. These are the real voices of tech workers, sharing their concerns as it's all happening. And you can see these concerns are coming from every direction. You've got experienced developers who are suddenly getting nervous. There's this real fear that AI is going to make it super easy to outsource jobs to anywhere in the world. People are even saying that fewer students are signing up for computer science. It all kind of points to the same conclusion. With AI, you just don't need as many developers to get the job done.
And here's the crucial point. A lot of people in tech don't see this as just another downturn, like the dot-com bubble. That was about bad businesses failing. This feels completely different. This feels like a permanent, fundamental shift in the work itself, and it's all being driven by AI.
So if that's the fear, what's the tech that's causing it all? This is where things get really interesting. We're talking about a whole new way of doing things that people have started calling vibe coding. Think about it like this. Instead of spending hours and hours writing out perfect lines of code, developers are now, well, they're having a conversation. They just describe the goal, the vibe of what they're trying to build, and an AI agent takes that idea and turns it into actual working code. It's a huge shift from being a writer to being more of a director. And if you're wondering what kind of difference this makes, just look at these numbers. This is where it gets absolutely wild. A project that might have taken a team, say, 3 to 4 weeks to build, with this method, it can be prototyped in just 5 days. That's not just a little bit faster. We're talking about a 70% drop in development time. It is a massive leap forward. But, and this is a really big but, this amazing new power is not some magic wand. It's a powerful tool, for sure, but it's also incredibly flawed. And if you use it without really understanding its weaknesses, you're taking a huge risk. You're making a pretty serious trade-off here. I mean, on the one hand, yeah, you get that incredible speed. But on the other, these AI agents often miss really important stuff. They might pull data from the wrong place, creating legal headaches. They often forget basic security practices. And they can write sloppy code that a human has to go in and fix. Or even worse, they can make tiny little errors that build on each other until the whole thing just breaks. I love this quote from a developer because it just nails it. They said using AI is like using a power tool, right? If you don't know what you're doing, you can do a lot of damage really fast. But in the hands of a skilled craftsman, you can create things with a precision you never could before. It all comes down to the skill of the person holding the tool. And that brings us to what's happening to the software engineers themselves. The job isn't going away, but it is changing in a really fundamental way. The real value is shifting away from writing the code to, well, editing it. So the new workflow is way less about typing and much more about thinking. The most important skills aren't about writing flawless code anymore. It's about the big picture, coming up with the idea, telling the AI what to do, carefully checking everything it spits out for problems, and then piecing it all together. You're less of a bricklayer and more of an architect and a quality inspector, all rolled into one.
And the data backs this all up. There was this fascinating study from Stanford that found just giving AI tools to your team doesn't automatically make them better. Sure, some of the best teams got a 20% boost, but the average was only about 10%. And get this, some teams actually got slower. The productivity went down. This is so important because it proves that how you use the tool is way more important than if you use it.
So it all boils down to this: human judgment, human oversight, human expertise. It's all become more critical, not less. The really valuable work isn't just creating the first draft anymore. It's the intense review and validation that has to come after.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. What does all of this mean for the future of making things? And I don't just mean software, I mean everything.
This is not the end of programming. It's just the next step. Technology has always gotten better by creating new layers of abstraction. That's just a way of saying hiding the complicated stuff, right? We went from manually punching cards to assembly language, then to easier languages like Python. And every single step let us focus more on our idea and less on the mechanics. This is just the next layer in that process. And look, this whole transformation isn't just happening in coding. This ability to take a human idea and translate it into a complex, specialized result, that's at the heart of so many skilled professions. So we'll leave you with a question. AI has rewritten the rules for developers. Who's rewriting the rules for you?